they come to the 8th bowl, and California Chrome is absolutely sensational.
California Chrome shines bright in the Kentucky Derby.
Will take charge is surging, and it's a photo finish. It's too close to call.
African Story wins the Divine World Cup.
Macho Man!
Broadcasting live from the Capitol OTB studios, this is Racing Across America with Seth Merrow.
Good morning and welcome to the Friday edition of Racing Across America. I'm Seth Merrow. Thanks for joining us. A little later on, John DeSilva will join us. He has that Pick 4 online this afternoon. And again, you can find out more about that at CapitolOTB.com. But we'll talk a little New York racing with him both today. We'll look ahead to the Garland of Roses tomorrow and also recap some of the action from last weekend. Nice weekend of racing, obviously, in New York. And then a little bit later on, Dave Rodman will talk Laurel today. And they have a big weekend coming up Saturday, tomorrow. They have 4 nice stakes races at Laurel. So all of that coming up in a few minutes. But top of the show, I am joined to my right, the president of Capitol OTB, John Signor. Good morning, John.
Hi, Seth. How you doing? Thanks for having me again, right?
Happy to have you on board, particularly because we have kind of a big announcement coming up at the beginning of the year. Things are going to change up. And it's given, the history of OTB TV, it's a fairly big announcement, and so why don't you talk a little bit about what's coming up?
I mean, we've been on Channel 12 Time Warner forever, right? Let me just go through a little of the background just so people understand why we're making the change. So we had discussions with Time Warner last year, and they were able to reduce the rate we were paying them, but in exchange for that, they told us that they were going to move us to a digital tier. What that means is currently we're in about 350,000 households in our region. And once they moved us to the digital tier, we would be in maybe 250,000. So we would lose about 100,000 households. We didn't think that was good for racing. We didn't think that was good for OTB. So we tried to look for some alternatives on how could we address this issue. And we started having discussions with Channel 10 and Fox, which is owned by Young Broadcasting. And fortunately, we were able to cut a deal with them and have got it approved. The Gaming Commission has approved it, which is terrific. So what is going to happen on January 1st is we will no longer be on Channel 12, which I know everybody's going to say, what, right? That's the reaction. If I was sitting in the audience, I'd probably have the same reaction. But it was a move we had to make, and what will happen is we now, instead of being on 250,000 households, or in 250,000 households, we'll be in 550,000 households. So with this agreement with Young Broadcasting, Channel 10, and Fox channels, we will now be in many more households and on many more cable companies. Currently, OTB TV is only on Time Warner. With the change, we will be on Comcast, Verizon Fios, Mid-Hudson, and Time Warner. We'll remain on Time Warner, and you can see the board there that identifies the channels we will be on. We will also be on, if you have a new flat screen TV and you can get 8.1, 8.2 kind of over the air channels, you can still get us easily just on 8.2. You don't have to have a digital box or anything like that. But it's going to be a change. We're trying to continue. One of the things we do at Capitol, we try not to sit on our hands and hope for the best to happen. We kind of continue to try to improve. And we think that being in 550,000 households is good for horse racing. It'll get horse racing front and center in many more homes, and it's good for Capitol OTB. It'll help our business, help our handle, and help what we're charged to do, which is generate money for the counties and support the racing industry.
Yeah, and let's reiterate what we have right up there on the screen right now. Obviously, as I said at the top, this is a big change. It's been Channel 12 since I was a kid.
Me too.
OTB TV is one of the best things about this area if you're a horse racing fan. The morning programming up at Saratoga, now the morning programming the rest of the year as well. It's great for the fans, and everybody is used to. When people come up to me, where do I see you? I say Channel 12. I'm sure it's Channel 12 at your house.
Right.
It's Channel 12 every place else. So people are used to that. But we're going to make a move now, and I think it's good to reiterate that, again, over the next month or so, we will continue putting up screens like this. We cut some promos. We'll tell you where to find it. But more importantly, it's a wider audience now. I have had many people ask me, hey, Verizon Fios, why aren't you on that? This is also available over the air. If you have an antenna and that digital box that people had to put because everything went digital a couple of years ago, you'll find it there as well. I don't have a cable box. I plug my cable right into the back of my television, and when I hit 6 on the remote control, 6.1 comes up, and then I just go up the ladder on the channels, and I get 8.2, so folks will have that as well. So you'll find it 8.2, 1250 on Time Warner, or those other numbers you saw. And as I say, we'll continue to tell you that over the next few weeks. But it broadens our audience. That's the bonus.
And what Time Warner explained to us, Seth, was that eventually everybody will have to be on digital stations. So this is inevitable one way or the other. So we're either going to stay with Time Warner being 250,000 households and we're paying the same amount. So we would be paying X to be in 250,000 households. Now we're paying X to be in 550,000 households. Now, included in that is a comprehensive media strategy to get the message out. Channel 10 and Fox will be running ads throughout the month, starting I think next week, to inform people where OTB TV will be. Obviously, on the TV station here, we'll be hammering the message. We'll get flyers out into the branches. On our website, on our social media sites. We're going to do some radio ads as well. So it's going to be a comprehensive package to get the information out there and let the patrons know where they can find us. And like I said, I think it's terrific for the racing industry that OTB is going to be in 550,000 households. I think that's more than ever before. Again, we're currently in 350. We were going to go to 250. Now we're in 550. So I think it's a win-win for horse racing fans and for the counties that we represent, and for the corporation, in fact. But it is a change, and people generally don't like change. And like you, I grew up with you just said Channel 12, and it's like 7-Eleven Central Ave. It's the teletheater. Channel 12 is always OTB TV. So it is going to be a change, and we hope people embrace it. You can watch our morning shows on TV every morning on the internet. So that's a way. If for some reason you're excluded from from getting this channel, you can clearly watch it on the internet every day. And we stream all the races on the internet as well. So there's a lot of ways to get the races and our morning shows either on TV or through our website and internet.
Yeah, that's a great point. The world has changed. When I was a kid, there was Channel 12, but there was Channel 12. But now you have the internet, things like Verizon Fios coming into people's houses. That wasn't available years ago when it was only cable TV. But again, now we add a number of cable systems, Fios, over the air. So it really broadens our audience. But as you say, if for some reason you're kind of on the outside looking in, which I'm assuming probably a small percentage, but you'll still be able to fire up the internet, which again is something that wasn't there 20 years ago.
That's right. So it's kind of a win-win. But it's a change, and we understand. That's kind of why I'm here. Every time we have something that, I think our bettors and patrons will be interested in, I want to tell them myself, let them know the reasoning behind it, and so they can understand why we're making the change. But again, just to summarize, starting January 1st, we will be on a new channel. It'll be 1250 in the digital on Time Warner. There's the slide that gives you all the channels. We're also thinking about doing maybe a mailing to our account holders so they can have, maybe a little postcard they can just keep hold of so they know all the channels. But clearly on our website and on social media sites and through radio ads and TV ads on Channel 10 and Fox, we'll be able to get the message out. But I wanted to start to get the message out now. It is, January 1st is going to be here soon. Obviously, the holidays, so people are going to be busy. So trying to get the word out as quickly as we can after we received approval from the state. And I just want to say there are two that kind of two people we need to thank. One is obviously not people, but the Gaming Commission. Gaming Commission helped us through this transition, was very patient with us, and gave us the approval in a timely manner, and we appreciate that. The other was actually Catskill OTB. Our channel is going to bleed into Ulster County, into a different OTB region, and Catskill could have nullified this and not allowed it. We worked out an agreement with them, and they thought it was good for racing. It was the right thing to do, and with their approval, we were able to get this done. So it was a lot of moving parts that we were able to pull together. Channel 10, Young Broadcasting, Catskill OTB, the Gaming Commission, Capital OTB. We brought it all together, and we think it's terrific. We're going to be in 550,000 households starting January 1st. You're going to be talking to a lot more people, Seth, so you should appreciate that.
That could be good. That could be bad. We'll see how that works out. But,
no, it's only good.
Progress moves on. I was just thinking as you were talking, I remember the days I went into the parlor and all you heard was the call, and that was the early thing on the network as well. I remember the old tickets with the orange and purple logo, the cardboard tickets.
Absolutely.
So things march on. It always works out well. And again, I think the expansion of the audience is going to be good for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all about, look, we want to promote horse racing. That's what we're here to do. And getting simulcast racing into more households, in front of more people, maybe we can create some more racing fans, and that's good for the industry, and it's good for OTB and the counties we represent.
And again, we should reiterate, this is a change in the channel. It's not a change. It's a change in the channel number. It's not a change in the channel as far as the programming. Programming stays the same.
The product,
different spot.
The product will stay the same. You'll have the morning shows, and then you'll have simulcast racing all day from all the tracks, all the terrific tracks that we show. So just wanted to share that with the audience, Seth, and hopefully we can get the message out. And if anybody has questions, you can email viewer mail at capitalotb.com. Just put it to Seth's attention. I'm sure he'll answer them. But we hope we believe this is a good thing. We know it is, and we just want to get the message out to our bettors and our patrons.
And again, that'll be January 1st. We will continue to inform you as the month goes along of these channel number changes. And as John said, you go to the website and there'll be flyers handed out and whatnot. So it'll be a kind of a painless change, but it broadens the audience. Should be nice. John, appreciate the visit. John Signor, the president of Capital OTB.
Thanks,
all right.
Keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot. All right, we'll take our first break, and when we come back, John DeSilva will talk a little bit about his pick 4 this afternoon, some of the New York racing today, tomorrow as well, and also a recap from last week. Stay tuned.